Yo, what up, ballers and gravity defiers? Ever watched a mind-blowing dunk and thought, who came up with that name? Like, seriously, who saw someone soar through the air and thought, that's a windmill, or that's a tomahawk? Today, we're diving deep into the electrifying, sometimes hilarious, often legendary world of unique slam dunk names. This isn't just about athletic prowess, it's about the creative genius behind the labels that make these aerial masterpieces even more iconic. Get ready to have your mind blown, because we're unraveling the mystery behind the greatest linguistic hoops artistry ever. But wait, why do dunks even need asterisk names? I mean, it's a guy jumping and putting a ball in a hoop, right? Wrong. A name transforms a simple athletic feat into a legend. It gives it identity, a narrative, a brand. It's how we categorize, celebrate, and immortalize those jaw-dropping moments. Imagine calling Michael Jordan's iconic free throw line jam the long jump dunk. No, that doesn't hit the same. A great name is catchy, it's descriptive, and most importantly, it resonates with fans and players alike, cementing its place in basketball history. It's the difference between a great play and a legendary one. Let's go back to where it all truly started, or at least, where it became mainstream. We're talking Julius Dr. J. Irving. Before Dr. J, dunks were just dunks. He brought the artistry, the elegance, and the asterisk swagger asterisk. His Rock the Baby dunk? Pure poetry in motion. It wasn't just a move, it was a statement. This man wasn't just performing, he was innovating, captivating, and inadvertently, paving the way for the poetic naming conventions we love today. His style inspired commentators and fans to give these incredible aerial assaults the names they deserved. He made dunks art asterisk, and art needs a title. Then you have the dunks so iconic, so tied to a player, they literally become part of their name. Think Air Jordan. That wasn't just his nickname, it was the entire brand of his high-flying, gravity-defying game. Or Vinsanity for Vince Carter, whose aerial acrobatics redefined what was possible. These aren't just labels, they're extensions of the athlete's persona, their legacy. When you say Air Jordan, you don't just picture a man flying, you picture the man, Michael Jordan, doing the dunk. It's powerful, it's personal, and it's absolutely legendary, weaving the player directly into the fabric of the dunk's identity. Many dunk names are brilliantly descriptive, painting a vivid picture of the action itself. Take the windmill. You literally see the player's arm rotate like a windmill blade before the jam. It's clear, it's elegant, and it perfectly encapsulates the motion. The tomahawk? That powerful, over-the-head swing, reminiscent of a warrior wielding an axe. These names aren't born in a marketing meeting, they're organically coined by commentators, fans, and even players themselves, simply by watching the spectacle unfold. They're a testament to the power of observation and a shared understanding of what makes a dunk visually striking. Sometimes, a dunk's raw power and ferocity remind us of the animal kingdom. The gorilla dunk, for example, pure, unadulterated strength, often with two hands, slamming the ball through the hoop like a beast. It's not about finesse, it's about brute force and dominance. Or maybe the hammer dunk, where the player practically hammers the ball down, evoking the crushing impact of a blacksmith's tool. These names tap into our primal understanding of power and aggression, making the dunk feel even more impactful and memorable. They communicate the sheer, unbridled force involved in defying gravity and dominating the rim. And then there are the names borrowed straight from pop culture. When Dwight Howard donned the cape and flew through the air for the Superman dunk, it wasn't just a tribute, it was an embodiment. He literally became the hero, momentarily defying physics. Think about the Matrix dunk, an homage to the iconic movie, where players seem to bend reality with their acrobatics. These names instantly connect with a broader audience, tapping into shared cultural touchstones and making the dunks even more relatable and, frankly, cooler. It's like, yeah, I know that guy, he's unstoppable. Some dunk names capture the sheer impossibility of the feat that post a dunk. For instance, it's not just a dunk asterisk over asterisk someone, it's so epic, it's asterisk poster-worthy asterisk. It's about immortalizing that moment of dominance and humiliation for the defender. Or the 360 slam, where the player spins a full circle in mid-air before jamming it home, a visual marvel that completely messes with your perception of gravity. These names highlight the incredible athleticism and skill involved, making you question what's even possible on a basketball court. They're a tribute to defying expectations and basic physics. Dunk contests are a melting pot of innovation, not just for the dunks themselves, but for their incredible names. Think of the free throw line dunk, iconic, yes, but the name perfectly conveys the insane starting point. Or that honey dip, invented by Kenneth Skywalker, where he hung from the rim with the ball, literally asterisk dipping asterisk it into the hoop. These names often originate in the heat of competition, as players and commentators try to describe never-before-seen aerial stunts. The stakes are high, and so is the creativity, pushing the boundaries of both performance and nomenclature in real time. You can't talk about dunk names without giving massive props to the commentators. These are the verbal architects who often give a dunk its first, and sometimes lasting, identity. Think about Marv Albert's iconic yes, after a thunderous jam, or Kevin Harlan screaming with no regard for human life, after a posterizer. While not always asterisk names asterisk themselves, their colorful descriptions and exclamations shape how we perceive and remember these moments, often inspiring the actual names. They're the poets of the hardwood, turning raw athleticism into legendary storytelling, cementing these dunks into our collective memory. Sometimes, it's all about the sound. The raw, visceral asterisk bang asterisk that accompanies a powerful dunk can inspire its name. Think rim rattler or slam jam. These names are almost onomatopoeic, mimicking the sheer impact and force of the ball hitting the net, or the backboard shaking. They're less about the visual motion and more about the audible exclamation point at the end of a breathtaking play. It's the sound of dominance, the echo of power, and it's something every fan feels in their chest. These names capture the raw energy that makes a dunk such an exciting spectacle. Dunk names often reflect the fundamental contrast between artistry and brute force. On one hand, you have the elegant finger roll dunk, technically not a slam, but a beautiful, controlled finish that requires immense touch. On the other, the power jam, all about explosive strength and authoritative finishing. Some names highlight the grace and precision, like a reverse spin, while others emphasize the sheer dominance and destructive power, like a crush dunk. This contrast in naming reflects the diverse beauty of the dunk itself, from delicate airborne ballet to an earthquake at the rim. It's a spectrum, and the names show it. The evolution of dunk names mirrors the evolution of the game itself. Early dunks might have simply been the jam or the slam. As players got more creative and athletic, the names had to keep up. From straightforward descriptions to more metaphorical and pop culture-infused labels, the language around dunks has become increasingly sophisticated. This isn't just about labeling, it's about cultural dialogue and the ever-growing vocabulary of basketball. The constant innovation on the court demands constant innovation in how we talk about those innovations. It's a dynamic language, always adapting to new feats of athleticism. What about the dunks that asterisk should asterisk have iconic names but don't? Or those brilliant, one-off maneuvers that never quite caught on in the lexicon? Sometimes a dunk is so unique, so singular, that it defies easy categorization, and thus, easy naming. Maybe it was too niche, or the moment wasn't big enough. It makes you wonder how many incredible, nameless dunks have been lost to history simply because they didn't get that perfect, catchy label. It's a tragedy, honestly. A whole universe of unnamed aerial ballet out there, just waiting for its linguistic hero. Let's be real, a lot of these names get their traction from us, the fans. Social media, forums, playground chatter, that's where many a great dunk name truly cements its place. If fans latch onto a descriptive term, it spreads like wildfire. Remember when a poster dunk wasn't just asterisk over asterisk someone, but became a verb? That's fan power right there. The collective consciousness of the basketball community plays a huge role in adopting, popularizing, and even inventing these terms. We are, in a way, the co-authors of dunk history, deciding which names stick and which fade away into obscurity. Beyond just description, dunk names carry significant psychological weight. They do more than just label a move, they amplify its effect on the game, the player, and the fans. First, there's the intimidation factor. A poster dunk isn't just visually stunning, it's an act of dominance, a direct psychological blow to the opponent. Second, for players, a signature name dunk is powerful branding. It's a unique identifier that sets them apart, contributing to their legacy and mystique. Third, names build narratives of superiority and unforgettable athletic artistry. These aren't just labels, they're psychological weapons and powerful marketing tools, making players larger than life. It's mind games, but with airtime. So, what's next for dunk names? As players push the physical boundaries of what's possible, will our language keep pace? Will we see AI-generated dunk names? VR-inspired monikers? Or will the classic, organic, fan and commentator-driven naming process continue? One thing's for sure, as long as there are athletes flying through the air with unparalleled grace and power, there will be creative minds finding new ways to encapsulate those moments in words. The canvas of the court is infinite, and so is the dictionary of dunks. I, for one, can't wait to see what new verbal masterpieces emerge. Alright, dunk name enthusiasts, that's our deep dive into the awesome world of how these incredible aerial feats get their legendary labels. From descriptive power to pop culture nods, from player nicknames to commentator genius, it's a rich tapestry of language and athleticism. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your favorite dunk name and why? Did we miss any iconic origins? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you loved unraveling this mystery with us, smash that like button, subscribe for more epic content, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next breakdown. Keep defying gravity, both physically and linguistically.